He allegedly assaulted his son's football coach with kettlebells. And I guess you guys are friends, but you immediately went on Instagram.
Yeah.
It was really funny. Did he find that amusing?
He probably didn't. But, you know, like when I first heard it, it just was funny to me because, like, no matter what you do, you get these different status. Like, you'd be like writer, producer, a mogul.
Yeah.
And as soon as you get in trouble, they go rapper.
Ah.
You go right back to rapper.
Right back to rapper.
And then I saw that happen to him, and I was like laughing. I poked fun at it because, you know, it didn't seem like a real serious situation. And then when it kind of, you know, it starts bad. No matter what it is, it starts bad in the news, and then it kind of makes its way over to something positive.
Yeah.
And no one reports it when it starts to become positive.
Right.
And that, as it started to, you know, work his way out, you know, I felt better about me poking fun at it.
The post may be gone now, but one thing is clear: 50 Cent isn't backing down when it comes to taking shots at Sean Diddy Combs. After decades of tension between the two, 50 is reportedly moving forward with his documentary production company to dig into the controversial past of the Bad Boy founder. This project aims to examine Diddy's personal history and his relationships throughout the hip-hop industry, adding even more pressure to an already embattled mogul. This time, 50 Cent isn't moving quietly. He looks ready to scorch every bridge in his path. The long-standing feud between 50 and Sean Diddy Combs appears to be heating up again, with talk circulating that 50 is developing a documentary focused on the Bad Boy Records founder's mounting legal troubles. But before diving into all that, let's take a moment to see 50 doing what he does best: casually throwing shade at Diddy without missing a beat. Many people online believe there may be truth behind the claims, especially given 50 Cent's long-known habit of stirring controversy and the growing public scrutiny surrounding Sean Diddy Combs. Despite Diddy repeatedly
Now, Fifth, when you continuously call Puff gay, is that a relationships in Hollywood?
I don't call him gay. I said,
Let me read it, Fifth.
Oh my God.
Sorry I can no longer help you guys. Soon you will all be gay and happy. You are all now left under leadership of Puffy Daddy. Report to the nearest rainbow.
And damn, pause, but like, check this out. I mean, back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the...
Feel about him making her search for prostitutes who were dark-skinned with big black penises. That's literally what he made her search for.
I mean...
Diddy and Farnsworth Bentley's real relationship was.
Concubine. Mass.
Since 50 appears determined to dig deeper, using what he calls his investigative instincts to uncover evidence connected to the allegations raised in court filings. 50 reacted almost immediately when news broke that Diddy had reached a settlement with Cassie, who had accused him of serious abuse. In a now-deleted Instagram post, 50 remarked that Diddy paid that money real quick, before later walking the comment back. The sudden reversal confused many fans, particularly considering 50's history of openly mocking Diddy on social media. For context, Cassie, whose real name is Cassandra Ventura, filed a lawsuit in the Southern District of New York, alleging years of mistreatment during her relationship with Diddy. She claimed she was subjected to an unhealthy lifestyle, intimidation, and repeated abuse, some of which she alleged was witnessed by members of his staff. Ventura later said she came forward not only to tell her story, but also to encourage other women who may have faced similar situations. Initially, reports suggested Ventura sought a large financial settlement.
When I grew up in the church, the sinners was not supposed to have the same atmosphere with the saints. You had to be able to separate the two. So I'm looking at him as a saint going to a party that ain't nothing but sin, drinking, maybe fornication, man on man, woman on woman, he on she. But maybe he there to lay some hands on somebody. Maybe he there to save some souls. I know he got a contract with Revolt, so I'm just like, it's just real strange that he would be found at any kind of Diddy party or any kind of place with Diddy unless it's in a business atmosphere. So now what he's doing is he's making, man, he making the Christians look real bad right about now.
And you've been to these parties, right?
Oh yeah. I was there when he was doing the white parties in the Hamptons and the whole 9 yards. So I know what goes on at the parties. If, they probably got a little bit more freakier, as time went on, cause they got to the point whereas that they didn't even care. It used to be secretly, where people used to go to, separate rooms and different rooms and they wasn't doing that out in the public, but now they don't care. Men kissing men and all this other stuff. It's crazy. I was getting calls from females that stated that they had situations, that were, I'm trying to put it in a way, there were situations that if law enforcement individuals heard it, they had, Puff had broke the law with them. So he had committed a crime. And in doing so, if those are the females who went and found the lawyers to take their case, he's going to be facing criminal charges because the act in which they explained to me were criminal acts. The drug,
which Diddy's legal team framed as an attempted extortion and strongly denied all allegations. While the lawsuit was eventually resolved through a settlement, the terms of which remain undisclosed, the case intensified public debate and media attention around Diddy's past. Adding to the conversation, Jaguar Wright has also spent years warning about what she describes as troubling behavior tied to Diddy's reputation within the music industry. She has claimed that his influence damaged careers and distorted creative groups he became involved with, arguing that patterns of control and manipulation followed many of his projects. Throughout various interviews, Wright has made extremely serious accusations, suggesting that what the public sees is far from the full reality. With Cassie's lawsuit and renewed attention from figures like 50 Cent, many now believe these long-dismissed claims are being re-examined in a very different light. She also alleged that Diddy uses his celebrity status to intimidate and prey on younger artists, claiming that his influence allows him to exploit those trying to break into the industry. According to her, fame and power are repeatedly used as tools of control behind closed doors.
All right, there were a lot of things I seen and a lot of positions that I think I was put in where I had to make very, very tough decisions in my life about who I would be. I was 13 years old, and being 13, having that type of exposure, it was cool to go to Howard Homecoming with Puff. It was great to be able to go to Club USA or the Supper Club, with Puffy in that time, or the Tunnel. But these are places that a 13-year-old probably should not be. Most kids will be excited about it. Most kids are trying to figure out, how to be around, hot girls, pretty girls. I'm around grown women, and I'm seeing them do things and have experiences that I'm not quite ready. So we would fight, we would tussle. More than often, I think Puffy would say, man, you got to chill. Like, you're just a little bit too intense. You got to relax. Like, yo, man, I'm here to work, man. I ain't sang in a week. I mean, I'm 13 years old, like banging on this man as though, I am the manager. I am the spokesperson for Usher. And I'm telling him, look, you're going to put me in the studio, man. You got Biggie Smalls in there. You got Craig Mack in there. You're going to make me a priority too. I'm not here to party with you. I don't want to go to the clubs. Matter of fact, I'm too young to even be in here. Why you got me in clubs? I think as a kid, I realized, hey, look, that's not my ring. That's not my moment. That's not my bottle. That's not my drink. That's not my celebration. So I'm not here to celebrate. I wanted people to be excited about me the way that they were excited about him. I wanted my own success. So I would stay at the studio. All of what I could absorb from being an artist, being around other performers like Mary J. Blige, Jodeci, I'll Be Sure at the time, Missy Elliott, Timbaland, all of these people, I would just absorb every bit of what I could get my hands on. I was just pulling everything I possibly could. There was a lesson in all of it. There was something to pull from it all because I got a chance to see a glimpse of the lifestyle, a glimpse of the idea of what it was to be successful. And part of all of this is really, if you can see it, then you should believe it.
In one interview, she explained that as she's grown older, she's stopped focusing on surface-level scandals and instead tries to trace problems back to their roots. In her words, if you want something to stop, you don't deal with the aftermath, you expose where it started and remove it completely. She said this mindset ultimately pushed her to speak out about stories she never intended to share publicly, claiming she felt provoked after personal attacks were directed at her family online. Wright has also stated that the image Diddy presents to the public doesn't match what she claims happens privately. She insists there's far more going on behind the scenes, particularly at the exclusive parties he's known for hosting. In one detailed account, she described attending a Hollywood gathering filled with industry figures, models, performers, and executives, where excessive behavior and questionable conduct were openly normalized. According to her recollection, the atmosphere at these events often crossed lines.
Been battling with this homosexuality shit way before all this shit came out. Y'all be, you motherfuckers like always saying, and you too, John, Reggie be lying, Reggie making up shit. But if y'all go and listen to my videos before, y'all see I done spoke on all this bullshit before. Been telling y'all, Puffy Combs is a fucking homosexual. Any man sitting paying a motherfucking male to come and watch him have sex with his girl is a weirdo. Now I know y'all be like, well, you don't watch porn, you don't watch porn. No, number one, I don't pay a motherfucking man to come and watch me or let me watch them a man. I mean, a girl. I ain't gonna pay no man to do that. And generally, if I'm watching porn, it's girl on girl. That's just my taste. But yeah, that's crazy. But I've been telling y'all the nigga is gay. He's gay, but when you have to have these females around, you gotta hide that crazy fantasy. Y'all got Gene done told y'all. Then going to buy butt plugs. Somebody gonna come out.
With substance use, explicit behavior, and inappropriate situations unfolding openly, she suggested that while this kind of environment may not shock Hollywood insiders, it reveals a culture that enables misconduct rather than discouraging it. Beyond the parties, Wright has made even more troubling claims, alleging that Diddy surrounds himself with powerful but morally questionable individuals, connections she believes have shielded him from accountability for years. She argues that these alliances help explain why serious accusations have not resulted in criminal charges, despite mounting public scrutiny. Others familiar with the industry have echoed similar concerns, alleging that young musicians are frequently placed in vulnerable positions once they enter inner circles controlled by major executives. As the founder of Bad Boy Entertainment, Diddy...
As a result of being around that man, Sean Puffy Combs, I don't sleep to this day. I have a problem sleeping to this day. I got it from him. I mean, this is a dude who just never slept. He's probably the first one to get up and the last one to go to sleep. So at the age of 8, 9, I began to ask myself, like, what am I going to do with my life? Who am I going to be? Am I going to be a teenager who sleeps on my mom's couch, looking for, a menial job that, will at least give me enough to just pay for gas to get there and from every day? Nah, I want to do something that I feel is going to take my mom out of here and hopefully...
He has repeatedly been accused of abusing his authority and influence. Some have even alleged that senior figures close to him were present at events where predatory behavior allegedly occurred. While all allegations remain disputed and no criminal convictions have been made, the growing number of voices coming forward has intensified calls for closer examination of power dynamics within the music industry. Amid everything unfolding, Usher has also come forward to shed light on a far less glamorous side of his early career. He has spoken openly about being exposed to an adult environment at a very young age, describing how his time around Sean Diddy Combs involved drugs and excessive parties that he says he was not prepared for as a child. According to Usher, those experiences had a lasting impact and revealed a troubling reality behind the scenes of the industry he entered so early. Usher explained that he felt intense pressure to go along with situations he wasn't emotionally or mentally equipped to handle at such a young age. Looking back, he's admitted to regretting some of the decisions he made, but emphasized that at the time, he was simply trying to navigate an environment far beyond his maturity level.
Now, I could say this because it's not something I didn't say to him. Puff, how do I want to say this? Me and Puff was like, I felt like I did more than I got credit for, more than I got paid for.
You felt or did you do that? Because you said felt. Like
okay,
feeling.
Let's clear that up then.
You saying you feeling that?
No, we're going to keep it with, because I'm trying to be nice. I never got paid what I was worth, and I never got the respect I was worth. So the disdain that I got for Puff is more like, you trying to keep me here, nigga. I'm not here. All my peers is up here. All my peers are bosses. When it's time, just like somebody raised somebody up, you know they did work with you. They go from your little man to maybe A&R to something else. He just kept.
He's since reflected on those experiences as moments where he did the best he could with the understanding he had then. More recently, Reggie Wright Jr. has publicly backed Usher's statements, lending additional weight to his account. His support has only fueled speculation that anyone speaking out may face backlash, as attention continues to turn toward those willing to challenge powerful figures in the industry. Usher also criticized Combs, saying he didn't serve as a positive role model. He explained that he had to break away from Combs' influence in order to carve out his own identity, take control of his career, and stop feeling like he was anyone's possession. Meanwhile, fellow rapper Mase has sparked renewed attention by publicly confronting Diddy on social media over unpaid publishing rights from their past collaborations. Mase claims that even after more than 20 years, Diddy has yet to grant him proper ownership of his work. In a tweet, he highlighted the struggles young artists often face when signing lopsided contracts. The rivalry between 50 Cent and Sean Diddy Combs has been one of the most talked about in hip-hop history. Decades of tension, shade, and behind-the-scenes drama have kept fans glued to the unfolding stories. Now, rumors are swirling that 50 Cent is ready to reveal secrets the public has never seen. Footage and claims suggesting that certain rappers in the industry have maintained undisclosed links with Diddy. In this video, we'll break down what's being said, what might be true, and why this could shake the foundations of the hip-hop world. 50 Cent has never been shy about taking shots at Diddy. Their history goes back years with conflicts over label disputes, artist loyalty, and personal disagreements. Known for his bold social media posts, 50 has a track record of exposing drama before anyone else. From his Instagram rants to public interviews, he's consistently hinted that Diddy's influence in the industry runs deeper than people realize. Recently, social media buzzed with speculation that 50 Cent is producing a new documentary or special project that will expose the hidden ties between Diddy and several prominent rappers. Some sources claim that footage exists showing interactions and collaborations that have never been publicly disclosed. According to insiders, these ties may have influenced album deals, tour collaborations, and even career trajectories of the rappers involved. Fans and commentators are especially curious about the so-called hidden footage. This could include old studio sessions, private meetings, and conversations hinting at undisclosed partnerships or obligations. While no official footage has been released, 50 Cent's history of bold revelations makes many believe that this time, he may have proof rather than just rumors. Names have started surfacing online. Artists who reportedly worked closely with Diddy behind the scenes while publicly claiming independence. These claims are controversial and unverified, but speculation suggests that 50 Cent may reveal how Diddy's influence subtly shaped their careers. The connections, if proven, could shed light on the often hidden power dynamics in the music industry. Diddy is known not only as a performer, but also as a mogul with vast influence in the music industry. From label ownership to partnerships with major record companies, his reach is expansive. The controversy lies in how some claim that this power has been used to manipulate, control, or benefit certain artists over others, sometimes without public knowledge. 50 Cent's Exposé could highlight the darker side of these dynamics, showing how fame and money can intertwine with control. Social media has been ablaze with speculation. Fans are weighing in on which artists might be secretly connected to Diddy. Some suggest this could confirm long-standing rumors about favoritism and behind-the-scenes deals, while others warn against jumping to conclusions. Many are closely watching 50 Cent's platforms for any hints or releases that might confirm the exposé. If 50 Cent's claims have any verifiable evidence, it could have major repercussions. Legal teams for both Diddy and the implicated artists might respond, leading to statements, denials, or even lawsuits. At the same time, public perception could shift dramatically, depending on what's revealed.